Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Lisa Rodenberg, and I will be your instructor for 11-375-340, Environmental Applications of Organic Chemistry, and 16-375-522, Environmental Organic Chemistry. I have been teaching this class forever, for like 20 years now. So I think I kind of know what I'm doing. Hope so. But as we all know, COVID kind of threw a monkey wrench into all of that. And over the last couple of years, I've had to mess around with the course formats. I've taught it completely online. And then this semester, I thought I knew what I was going to do with this class, and now it's all blown up because now we're going to be remote for the first 2 weeks. So before we found out that we were going to be remote for a couple of weeks here at the beginning of the semester, the plan was that the undergraduate section would be taught live, face-to-face in room 3034 of the ENRS building, 14 College Farm Road. And then the graduate version was going to be taught online. And so you graduate students, anybody registered for the graduate section of the course can complete it totally online. But if you want to, if the graduate students want to, they can come to the face-to-face lectures. And I thought, that's great, best of both worlds, right? Good plan. I was excited about that plan. But now we're going to be remote for at least the first 2 weeks. And let's face it, nobody knows if we're actually going to go back to face-to-face anytime soon. So the plan right now, at least for the first 2 weeks, as long as we're remote, is that we will have synchronous course sessions, Tuesdays, Fridays, 10:20 to 11:40 a.m. I will be here on Zoom. I will post the link for each of those Zoom sessions in Canvas shortly before class, just to avoid Zoom bombing and stuff. So when you are ready to come to the class, you just log on to Canvas and click on the link, and there you will be. And so the problem though is that I don't see the point of lecturing online, because the lectures are already online. They're all in the form of videos that you can watch anytime you want. So those synchronous online sessions will be for problem solving, answering questions. We can do the homework in those sessions if you want. I'm perfectly okay with that. But I do expect that you will watch the videos that are posted online before you come to those synchronous lectures, synchronous sessions, so that you can ask questions and that you are prepared, okay? And again, graduate students are welcome to come to those synchronous lectures. Just log on to the Zoom, no problem there. Good opportunity for you to ask whatever questions you have. So I encourage graduate students to do that, but it's not required for them. It is required for undergraduates to attend those synchronous sessions, but it's not required for graduate students because they should be able to complete everything remotely. So that's the format for now, and we'll see as the semester develops, like what's going to happen. The textbook for this class is completely online. It's technically illegal for me to do that, but don't tell me. The textbook is available online, so nothing for you to purchase there. I'm mindful that you guys don't have unlimited funds. I'm not going to make you buy a textbook. So textbook's online. The way the course is organized, you will have homework due every week, and then there'll be some quizzes and some tests. But one of the things that we've been trying to do with COVID and everything is to get away from the high stakes testing. So the homework counts for a lot. The tests and quizzes are not as heavily weighted as they used to be, just to try to take some of the pressure off of you. So tests, quizzes, homework due every week. Graduate students will have a final project, which will be the writing of a research proposal. I recognize you probably haven't written a research proposal before. That's why I'm going to make you do it now so you can learn. But the homework due every week is really key because it's due on Mondays. Basically, it's due as long as it's in before I show up for work, show up to my home office, walk across the hall from my bedroom at around 9 a.m. on Tuesdays. As long as your homework is in by then, I'm not going to charge you any late points. But if it's not in by then, I will charge you late points. And I do that because the online format means that it's very tempting to just wait until the last week of the semester and then panic and do your homework all at once. And so it's important that you keep up with the pace of the course. So that's why I'm going to have to charge you late points. You have to turn in your homework. Give it your best shot. It doesn't have to be perfect, but turn in something by the due date. and now my brain is fried. I can't remember what I was going to say. Homework, due dates. Yeah. Anyway, turn in your homework. I used to organize the class into teams to do their homework, and the whole team would turn in one homework, but the online format, that doesn't work very well. So now the way that it works is that the homework is essentially the same. I mean, the fundamental idea of it is the same, but every student in the class will solve the homework for a different chemical. I will assign you different chemicals. So that helps to avoid unauthorized collaboration. So in the past, I thought the teams were a good idea, especially with COVID. It's kind of nice to have that personal interaction. And because every homework is slightly different, I encourage you to work together. Absolutely. I think you should do that. Organize yourself into teams. Last semester, one of the students created a group me page for the class I taught last semester, and that seemed to work really, really well. One of the reasons it worked so well is because I was not on it. So students felt comfortable saying anything they wanted to say on the group me. I encourage you to do that this semester if somebody wants to volunteer to do that. So I encourage you to work together on your homework and study together. You can't take the tests or quizzes together, but you can do everything else together. And I encourage the graduate students to work together collaboratively to help each other with their research proposals. So no problem with that. I encourage you to do that, but I'm not going to formally organize you into teams as I have in the past. Part of the reason for that is that unlike past years, usually I have a lot more undergraduate students than I have graduate students in this class. And then I would make the graduate students be the team leaders. But when I check my rosters this morning, I have 11 graduate students and only 3 undergraduates. So that gets kind of wonky, and I don't know who to make team leaders and stuff. So I'm not going to do teams this year. Unless you want me to, unless you say that this is not working for you. Okay, so office hours, at least as long as we're remote, the office hours will be the synchronous sessions, Tuesday, Friday, 10:20 to 11:40. Once we go back to face-to-face, I may have some office hours for the graduate students who are not coming to the classes. You can show up to the face-to-face classes too, if you want, as a graduate student. So I haven't decided yet. It's kind of up to you guys what you want. I've been last semester I taught a graduate class. It was completely online, and I, as often happens, some of the graduate students work full time, and they can't come to the synchronous sessions, and they can't come to office hours if they're before 5 o'clock. And I get it. That's absolutely fine. If you want to meet with me, if you want to have office hours or just ask questions or whatever, all you have to do is tell me, and I will make an appointment with you. We can do it in the evening, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm a big hockey fan, and puck drop is usually 7:10, so preferably before the 7:10 puck drop. Go Maple Leafs. But yeah, I'm always happy to meet with you. You just let me know. You have questions, you have problems, just let me know, and I will hop on Zoom with you. Okay. So the other thing that I will point out is that as you go through the videos, especially if you're taking the graduate version and all you're relying on is the videos, the undergraduates hopefully will have synchronous lectures someday when we get to be face-to-face. But if you're relying on the videos, I just want to point out that there's a little bit of a Frankenstein thing going on here, because before COVID was ever in anybody's mind, I started to work on making this a remote class. I wanted to put the graduate version online. So I made a few of those videos, and you'll see they have beautiful production quality because the guys over in the video production facility were helping me. And then in 2020, all of a sudden, so that was like the first 2 weeks of the semester. And then in 2020, COVID hit, and the last half of the semester had to go online in a big hurry. And then in 2021, I had to fill in the gap there between the first 2 weeks and the last 7 with videos. So they all got made at different times, and it's a little bit of a hash. But I hope that it won't be a problem. If there's ever any of the videos for this class that you're having problems with, especially with the audio, just let me know and I'll re-record them. When I first was doing recordings, I was using Kaltura and it sucked and was having problems. But hopefully they're all fixed now. And if they aren't, please let me know. If you have any questions about any of the videos, just let me know. Best way to reach me is email. If you message me in Canvas, I'm not always great about making sure I get my Canvas messages. So just send me an email. And my email address is on the Canvas site and on the syllabus. And then the last thing I will say is that I really, really was hoping that this was going to be like a normal semester. We're going to be back to something like normal. but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And everybody I know is sick. Like everybody, all my friends, even though we're all vaccinated and stuff, everybody's getting sick, and people have got the flu in addition to getting COVID. And it's been rough. It's been a rough 2 years. I've been working from home for 2 years. I'm like, I'm ready to scream. So I just want you to know that I get it. This has been a tough time, and you might be going through really difficult stuff. So on the syllabus, which is posted on Canvas, there is information about the counseling and psychiatric services CAPS. I hope that you will go get any help that you need. But if you're sick or having other problems and there's any reason why you can't keep up with the pace of this class, then just send me an email, explain the situation, and I will work to accommodate you. Okay, so I'm not going to be really rigid, not right now, not in the middle of all of this. No, I'm not going to be rigid. I will work with you to help you find a way to complete the class and get it done in a reasonable timeline. So yay. I swear to God, someday this will end. I really, like, seriously, it will someday. I don't know when, but someday it will. And until then, all we can do is just hang tough. So you just use me as a resource. If you need anything, you just ask. Okay. And Happy New Year. And I will see you next week in class, I hope.